I read count it, one book. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Just another struggling writer. The beleaguered author's one-stop shop for commiseration and hopefully inspiration. My name is Carrie Scher, and I am just another struggling writer. Well, it's the beginning of February, and you know what that means. It is time for another cozy reset. And you may notice I've added a couple of things to this cozy reset. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of my stats, both reading-wise, writing-wise, and of course, my stats as related to my 90-day challenge. So without further ado, let's just get into everything that went on in the month of January. I am pressed for time, so I will be, of course, multitasking. I'm painting my nails. This will be my color for the week. It is part of the Wicked collection, and it is Oh for Oz's Sake. It is this nice kind of like pearl color. January started off really strong, and to be fair, it usually does. It's the beginning of the new year, and I always tend to feel really energized. And that was encapsulated in my 90-day hard challenge, which I launched at the start of the new year. And as a result, I feel like I got some major wins right off the bat. Unfortunately, it was about the middle of the month that I started to trip up a little bit. I was just going through some tough things at work, and then some tough things in my personal life, and then of course kind of capped off with the state of the world as we know it. Last weekend we were all snowed in, and I was really thinking I was going to utilize that time to be super productive, but I got sidetracked by the current events going on in America right now, and unfortunately that sent me down a spiral. I have had in recent years to kind of limit my intake of news just because it really has a horrible impact on my mental health, and that is unfortunately what ended up happening. I happened to be on TikTok at the time the news came down of the second ICE shooting in Minneapolis. Unfortunately, that just sent me down a rabbit hole, and I looked up and it was 3 days later pretty much. But I have taken the time I need. I've gotten myself back into a kind of stable mental health state, and I'm ready to get back to work, as it were. But I would be remiss if I did not say that I was affected by what was going on in Minneapolis, and I will continue to support local efforts in Minneapolis to resist the fascist regime there. And if you are in support of said fascist regime, you are free to see yourself out. Now, let's talk about the specific goals I set for January. My main writing goal was to finish the second draft of Seekers of Empyrean. If you've been following my vlogs, you know that that's kind of a complicated answer, but I kind of met that goal. What ended up happening is really early on, like in the first week of January, I kind of came to the realization that the second draft was no longer working for me. It had just taken a turn that I not only was not expecting, which would be fine on its own, but I really wasn't liking. It was veering pretty far from my original vision for the book, and I was no longer enjoying writing it to the point where I was considering setting it aside. And that was kind of my red flag that I needed to make a change to what this book was going to be, or I was going to abandon it, and I definitely don't want to do that. So I went back to the drawing board. I reconfigured my outline and my kind of thought process for the plot, especially for the middle part of the book, and decided to leave draft 2 where it was at about 75,000 words and just start draft 3. So technically, I did not finish draft 2 because I did not get to the end of the plot, but I made a conscious decision to not spend any more time on it. I just got to the point where I thought that the downsides were outweighing the benefits, especially with respect to time. So that was a goal I kind of met. Kind of didn't. Really just depends on your perspective. I think it was a really great decision, so I'm going to count that one as met. My second goal was to complete the first month of my 90-day hard challenge, and yeah, like I said, that did not happen. I had a couple of days right at the middle of the month where I ended up having to use 2 of my cheat days. I accidentally used a third, and if you're wondering how I accidentally did that, I just plain old forgot about one of my 90-day hard criteria and forced me to use a third cheat day if I wanted to continue. And then I made it all the way to the 19th, which was unfortunately when I was just having some really hard personal stuff going on. Used up the last 2 of my cheat days, and I knew then that the challenge would have to be reset. And then last weekend hit, we were snowed in, so there wasn't really much we could do anyway, and all the news and everything. So 19 days which if you count the 3 cheat days, that's really 16 days. So I made it 16 days, 19 days into January, 16 days where I was successful, which is unfortunately kind of a trend for me. 3 weeks seems to be about my maximum, but I'm not giving up on the 90-day challenge. In fact, today is the first official day of the reset. So I'll get into that in a little bit. 90-day hard challenge was hard as it turned out. And as such, I kind of got my ass kicked by it just because of a combination of things, but I am not giving up on it yet. My third goal was to see 5% subscriber growth for the channel. And I actually met this, and I actually met it a while ago and then stopped. So to get 5% subscriber growth, that would have put me right at 500 subscribers. And I did hit that like 2 weeks ago. I'm really, really excited to hit that big milestone of 500 subscribers and also see a continuing trend of growth, which I was starting to see kind of at the end of last year as well. I'm really, really excited. Thank you so much for being here, especially if you've just come over to check me out. And then my final goal was to read 4 books in the month of January, and I failed this one miserably. I read one, count it, one book. I finished 1 book actually, and I had already started it. Now, to be fair, I did make significant progress in a couple of others. I am now at the 53% mark of Spark of the Everflame, which was my audiobook. Unfortunately, I once it started getting really cold, I didn't want to go out to walk as much, so I wasn't listening. And then, of course, with the pause of the 90-day challenge, it also meant that I wasn't really prioritizing reading as much. I also got to about the 50% mark of The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin, and I probably would have been able to finish it, but once I picked it up, I did decide I was going to restart it, and so that set me back like 120 pages from where I had already been. So I'm pleased to have finished 1 book, and I'm making significant progress in others, and we'll just keep ramping it up from there. So those were my January goals. Let's talk about some of my stats in January. This year, I have decided I'm going to be tracking my word count progress in a new way. I made a short about this, which I will link if you're interested in checking it out, but it's a spreadsheet that tracks not just how many words you are writing, but the time you are spending writing. And what I like about this over something like TrackBear is that you can differentiate between projects and different kinds of like tags. So what I have done is I have broken down my writing between like if I'm drafting or outlining or what have you, but also I have a separate category for school and a separate category for like my blog posts on Substack. So that way I'm tracking literally every kind of writing that I'm doing, not just the creative book writing, but everything. And I'm really enjoying that. Because of that, I have some hard data I can share with you guys. So the total amount of words I wrote in January was 27,822. The vast majority of that was for Seekers of Empyrean with 23,909. 7,031 words of that went into the draft 2 that I ended up setting aside, and then 13,359 words were in draft 3, and then the rest was all in my outline. I also wrote 2,760 words for Substack and exactly 1,000 words for school. How did that work out? I'm not sure. I spent 50 hours in the month of January writing. And again, the vast majority of that went to Seekers of Empyrean with 41.3 hours. The rest was split between school and, of course, Substack. There's way more stats associated with the spreadsheet, breaking it down by like day of the week and words per minute. I'm not going to get into all that. I just love seeing how much I am writing in a single month, and I'm excited to be able to track that over the course of the year, just to kind of see what my trends are. I will have that spreadsheet linked in the description below if you're interested in utilizing it yourself. As for reading, while I did not complete more than 1 book, I did end up reading 659 pages, which could be 2 books if I had consolidated it. 375 of that was for Ninth House, which was the only book that I finished. 70 was for The Ninth Reign, and 214 for The City We Became. I also listened to 7 hours and 10 minutes of Spark of the Everflame, which is like a 15-hour audiobook. So all told, it's not a huge impressive numbers, especially if you're comparing it to like those big name booktubers, but I'm pretty pleased with it considering everything else I had going on. And again, I do anticipate that number ramping up. I made 7 long form videos for YouTube and 6 shorts. I did take a week off last week, which would have added at least 2 more long form and 2 more shorts. But again, I wasn't really in the mind space for creating content, so I took the week off. And I gained 23 subscribers at 5% growth. I love this first layer because you can barely tell that it's on. I walked a total of 120,565 steps for an average of 4,306. And yes, that is not the 5,000 that I hoped, considering my 90-day hard challenge. But again, the last 10 or 12 days of the month, I really wasn't focusing on that at all. And last weekend, we spent 5 days snowed in and I wasn't doing any moving whatsoever. I don't even think I had my watch on, to be honest with you. And as for water, I regret to say I was not tracking my water last month, but I have downloaded an app to help me keep track of it for February and going forward. So that'll be something we can talk about next month. So those are my stats. Now let's get into my January favorites. So my favorite book of January, if I'm going by books finished, it would have to be Ninth House, but I did talk about that 2 months ago, I think, when I had started it. And so I'm going to say The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin is my favorite book for January. If you're not familiar, it is set in a world where cities, once they have reached a certain level of like unique culture, they basically spawn their own avatar, their own personification as a person. And when new cities are born in this way, they are immediately set upon by this mysterious eldritch enemy. And we are following New York through this process of being born. However, New York has kind of a unique experience in that it is not a single city avatar. It actually splits off into the main avatar and 5 more avatars representing the 5 boroughs. Because they are all split off from each other, they're not as powerful as they should be. And so they are in a weakened state with this enemy, this eldritch enemy who is coming at them, trying to destroy them. In true N.K. Jemisin style, it's very literary and very character driven, and I'm really having a good time with it. I'm looking forward to getting this one knocked out really early in February as well. Next, my favorite song. Now, I haven't been listening to a ton of music over the last week or two, but early on in January, there were 2 distinct standouts. First was Good Graces by Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know what went on, but that one was just hitting for me. And then the second song that was playing on repeat in my head was that meme song, I Have One Daughter. I don't know. I don't know if I saw it on a TikTok and then it just lodged in my brain. I truly do not know. But there was a period of time where I was sitting here writing and I had it on in the background on a loop. I don't know. It was just, of all the things to have stuck in your head, a 1 minute, 19 second clip of a bad Tinder conversation. Anyway, I don't know. It just hit and I just mentioning it got it back stuck in my head again. Next up, my favorite candle of January has got to be this one, Winter Woods. It is green, cypress, and wood smoke. And I'll tell you, it is subtle but powerful. I lit this candle once a couple weekends ago and then went to go pick up the groceries or something. So I was out of the house for 20 minutes and then I came back, and although the candle was on the mantle on the other side of the house, when I walked in the front door, I could smell it. And what I love about it is that it's powerful but not overpowering. I have, as I have mentioned, tend to get headaches if it's too strong. This one's really nice and subtle and I'm obsessed with it. My favorite purchase of January, I actually just started using yesterday, and it is this little timer that you may have seen on channels like Taylor Ann Wrights and Natalie Jane Shields. Mine has this cute little rainbow on it, and it is just a timer that goes from 1 to 60 minutes, and I have found that this is really useful for my ladder sprints. I have been using Flocus, but my problem with Flocus has been I have to go into the settings and reset the amount of time on the timer every single time. And that includes for the breaks that I want to set. So it creates more just labor rather than just winding it. I really enjoyed using this yesterday for a video that you will see on Friday. It was $15 and I highly recommend if you especially are a sprinter. So Next up, my favorite cozy hobby of January is definitely playing the video game Civilization 6 specifically. I did not adopt Civilization 7. I was kind of butthurt about some of the changes they were making. But Civilization is a game series that has been my bag for like the last 15 years. And every once in a while, I'll get a bug up my butt and I will want to play it all the time. And I am currently in that mood. Last weekend when we were snowed in, I played an entire game from start to finish on Marathon, which if you're not familiar with the Civilization games, it's like the slowest speed. And so to beat the game, it took me like 15 hours. And I sat in that chair from about 9 o'clock in the morning until midnight, finishing that game. And if I didn't have so much to do, I would be in that chair right now playing it again. Next up, my favorite author tuber has got to be Ames the writer. She finally joined us on AuthorTube after spending so much time in our comments and sending us so much love. So I'm really, really excited to welcome her into the fold. She's put one video up so far, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing what other videos she's got for us. I know she's got a lot going on right now though. My favorite video that I made in the month of January was my outlining a short story. That video was really, really instructive because I truly was sitting here just thinking about the plot of this short story. I did cut out a lot of raw footage of me just sitting here doing that number because it wasn't interesting. While the video ended up not being very long, I probably spent a good hour or so on the brainstorming process, and it was just fun. It was just fun, and I did feel like even though it wasn't a live video, I did kind of feel the community around me as I was going through the process and kind of sounding out loud what the story would be like. I had a really good time with it. Unfortunately, I never actually ended up writing it. I wrote the first like 100 words. That is just something we are gonna have to work on. You know, the short fiction stuff is stuff I'm still learning how to do, so we'll get there. Next, things I am leaving behind in January. And I am just going to reiterate something I said last month, and that is Twitter. I drank from the fire hose pretty deeply last weekend, and it reiterated just how important eliminating Twitter is for my mental health. So I have once again deleted it from my phone. Unfortunately, the sadistic part of my brain has discovered the workaround that I could just access it through the browser, so I'm working on trying to figure out a way to block it from myself through the browser as well. So that's a work in progress, but also something I am probably going to be getting rid of as well in February is TikTok. I have held on to TikTok for a while now because I wanted to be a creator on it. I have done what I can to mitigate how much time I spend on it as a viewer, but I didn't want to delete it from my phone completely because I still wanted to make videos to post on TikTok. But with the new user agreement that came out recently, how they're scraping your data from the videos you post, I'm just no longer comfortable. So as much as I would like to use the platform as a creator, I no longer feel comfortable with that. So I am sadly leaving TikTok behind. Not really that sadly. And that's it. Just those two, which is enough, I feel. Okay, so that is two layers. Maybe we should revisit this when it's a little darker in here. But so next up, we are going to talk about my February goals. When I was sitting down and thinking about my goals for the month, it occurred to me that the goals I set in January were goals that I could almost apply to every month. I want to write a big chunk of a book. I want to read 4 books. I want to grow my channel by 5%. And I want to complete at least the first month of the 90-day hard. So I am re-upping those goals, but they are not going to be the only goals I have. For writing, I am aiming to finish the first half of draft 3, which is probably a little bit outside of the realm of possibility, but I have booked a manuscript critique with Brielle for May 1st. And yes, that does give me 3 months starting from today to finish draft 3. So why do I need to push myself to get half of it done? And that is because I would like to give myself time to do an editing pass. So I'm giving her not just a draft fresh off the presses, but something that I've really been deliberate with and edited through. And also I am currently currently trending to go over my projected word count total of 100,000 words. So I would also like to give myself time to edit it down to 100,000 words. So I would like to finish half in February and half in March, and then use April to kind of do edits. And that will really help me out because I've got a big challenge that I am planning for April that's going to take up a ton of time and energy. So I don't want to be drafting in April. And then of course my 4 books, Grow the Channel by 5%, and then I am resetting the 90-day hard challenge as of today, February 1st. So spoiler alert, it's already not going well. So in addition to those kind of baseline level goals that'll kind of be my aim every single month in some form or fashion, I've also got February specific goals. This month, I would also like to finish Project Float, which is that short story that I mentioned that I outlined earlier in January. A stretch goal would be to also start a second short story, since it was kind of my goal to write 1 short story a month. So Project Float has a projected word count of 5,000 words. So that is probably going to take up most of the month considering all of the other writing things that I'm going to be doing. But if I can finish that one early in the month, I'd like to get started on my second short story. No idea what that'll be yet. I'm not even going to think about that until Float is done. My next February specific goal is I would like to start actually deep diving into the planning for my April challenge. I don't want to give away too much just yet, but it does involve daily videos. In fact, twice daily videos. I'm going to be posting basically a question in the form of a short in the morning, and then in the evening I will be posting a 10 to 15 minute video answering that question every single day. And as you can imagine, that is going to require quite a lot of planning. And so I would like to spend February kind of drilling down into what posts are going to go up on what days and so forth, so I can start filming them in March and get out ahead of that a little bit. My next goal for February is to participate in Dana's Drabble Challenge. If you're not familiar with Dana, I will link her channel above and below, and she is doing a February Drabble Challenge where she wants to write a Drabble every single day. And as you guys probably know by now, I am obsessed with Drabbles. I think they are just a great form of flash fiction, which you can use as a palate cleanser when you are either feeling creatively dry or stuck in whatever long form project you may be working on. So whenever I found out that she was doing it, I got super excited, and it is starting today. So that is something else I will be diving into later this evening. And then my final February specific goal is to finally catch up on my AuthorTube backlog. I was at plus 25 days, and then last weekend hit and I, again, was drinking from the fire hose and not really watching too much YouTube. So now I'm almost at exactly 30 days again. I'm getting there. I'm doing my best. And now there is nothing left for us to talk about except my February TBR. My goal is to read 4 books a month, and I had 6 books on my TBR last month, but I only finished 1. I am the kind of person who will just roll over last month's commitments into the new month, and as such, I'm going to have a quite lengthy TBR this month. But again, my goal is to only finish 4 of them, so I'm not expecting to finish all of these books. If I do, it'd be great, but these are just the options that I will have. Number 1, which I hope to finish really early in the month, is The City We Became. I really pushed hard to try and finish it this weekend, but N.K. Jemisin's style is just a little bit denser than I am used to, and so I tend to read her books much more slowly. That is certainly true. I think I spent 2 hours yesterday and I read maybe 80 pages. I'm really liking it. It's just so much more dense. I feel like I need to reread passages constantly to make sure that I'm understanding. My goal is to finish this one this week. Next up is the book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. This is another one that I started last year. I'm just over 100 pages in. It is quite a lengthy boy. I don't think I'll restart this one in the same way that I restarted The City We Became. I just don't feel like I need to. I remember most of everything that was happening, and honestly, I was kind of bored at the beginning of this book, and I don't feel like it would behoove me to try and restart it just because it's been like 6 months. I'll probably try and finish this one after The City We Became as my physical read. And then we also have last month's TBR Mimic Draw, which is Sons of Darkness by Gaurav Mohanty. I know this is kind of an epic. It's based on Indian folklore, which I'm really excited about. It is kind of a grimdark. Less excited about that aspect, but I've heard some good things. I've heard some really good things. So while I didn't get to it last month, and I may not even get to it this month, this one is still on my priority TBR. And then, of course, for my digital reads, I've got The Ninth Reign. That's another lengthy one. We'll see if I can prioritize it when I'm not able to read physically. Hey y'all, Editing Carrie here. The next book I talked about was Spark of the Everflame, but after I filmed the video, I decided to DNF it. So for the rest of this TBR, the numbers that you're hearing of the amount of books aren't gonna make sense, but I have already picked a new audiobook to listen to, so the number is still correct. It's just that I decided to cut out the whole bit where I was talking about Spark of the Everflame because I'm not gonna be finishing it. If you're curious, the new audiobook I've chosen to listen to is An Arcane Inheritance by Camilla Cole. That's how many? 5? That's 5 already. And then my mood read, the one I'm actively interested in reading, is The Floating World by Axio. I read The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by this author last year, and I just thought it was just really, really nice. It wasn't like groundbreaking, and I'm not typically a big YA person. It was just a really great palate cleanser read, and I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the Korean folklore as well. So I have heard this described numerous times as kind of Final Fantasy VII-esque, which if I haven't mentioned it on this channel, let me mention it now. Cloud Strife was my first love. I played Final Fantasy VII when I was like 10 years old when it first came out. Not to date myself or anything, but I just love him. Anything Final Fantasy VII related, I'm pretty excited about. So someone in the writing Discord I'm in mentioned it, and once again mentioned the Final Fantasy VII connection. I'm like, I'm just gonna get off my ass and get it. And I went and I checked it out from the library, and I think I only have like 5 days left on it, so I better get on it quick or I'm gonna have to renew that loan. Okay, that is 6. That's 6. Let's pick a 7th with our TBR Mimic friend. If you're not familiar, most people have a TBR jar. I have a TBR Mimic. Inside are scraps of paper on which not prompts are written, but numbers, and each number corresponds to a book in my owned library, and that is physical books, audiobooks, and ebooks. Everything that I own and haven't read is in this little Mimic guide. So every month I like to draw a random book to read, and the reason I like this is because, as you may have noticed, given my druthers, I tend to be a little bit lackadaisical with my reading, and I tend to be more of a mood reader. And that unfortunately leaves a lot of books on my shelf that are neglected. And by drawing something completely random, I am sort of giving myself an assignment, which for some reason works for me. I like meeting that assignment. So we are gonna go ahead and find out what the Mimic has in store for us this month. So we are going to choose this guy right here. That number is 152. So let's see what that corresponds to. So 152 corresponds to The Girl in the Stars, also by Mark Lawrence. And this would actually be a reread for me. I read it on ebook last year? No, 2024. And while, again, I'm not a huge fan of YA, I am a big fan of Mark Lawrence's writing, and I'm a big fan of the setting. The Girl in the Stars is the first book of a trilogy that is set in the same world as his Book of the Ancestor series, which starts with Red Sister, which I have mentioned a dozen times, is a book that changed my life. But also this setting is just super cool. It's kind of like science fantasy. I recently found this hardcover copy of the Girl in the Stars at Half Price Books, and I decided to go ahead and pick it up, but because it is a physical book, that means I need to reread it to annotate it. I haven't talked about it in a while, but I do have kind of a personal pet project to annotate every physical book I own. And so I did go ahead and put books in the TBR Mimic that I have already read, but have not yet to annotate. So that's why this one was in there at all. This will probably not be prioritize right away, but I also finished the Book of the Ancestor trilogy last year, so I think it might be a good time to reread this one anyway. So that is the 7th and final book of this TBR. And so with that is pretty much everything for this cozy reset. It would seem I have quite a month ahead of me, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can accomplish in this shortest month of the year. With that, thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate it. If you like my content and want to support the channel, please like and subscribe or consider leaving a comment down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave me a heart emoji of your favorite color preference for this month of February. In my next video, I have a really fun vlog for you guys. I was able to spend all day yesterday pretending that writing was my day job, and I made a video about it. I hope you look forward to it, and I will see you then. Bye.